Yep, that's me. Sat with my 1955 Mercedes Gullwing. My pride and joy in a car that I've always wanted ever since I was a small boy. However, things aren't always as they appear, especially on the internet. So let me take you back a year and a half ago to when I purchased a year 2000 Mercedes SLK 3.2 V6 manual with the intention of turning it into my dream car, the Mercedes Gullwing. Luckily, I knew somebody in Europe that had an original Mercedes Gullwing, and he was gracious enough to let us take a copy of the body. So back in June 2023, me and my good friend Alex went over and we collected the reproduction of the body taken directly from his car. Then we brought it back to the workshop and the work started, trying to turn the SLK into my dream car. Now, we've both got jobs, so we couldn't do this full time, unfortunately. So what we would do is every single Friday we would work on the project. And if Alex wasn't available or had some spare time during the week, I'd start doing work by myself. And the first job was stripping the car down, taking everything off that we didn't need and getting it ready to accept the body.
Don't stall it.
I'll try not to. As we said, what we're going to do this week is we're going to build a roll cage for the inside. That should be a bit challenging because we've never built a roll cage before. We want to make sure that we get the right bends, everything like that. One of the other things that we need to do as well, we need to take the 1x1 box section and actually build a structural framework for the back here for the wings and the rear body to bolt to. Obviously we've done the front, we've done the side, so now it's this. The issue that we've got is that we bought a pipe bender off our friend Shane to do the pipe work for the roll cage, but we haven't got anything for the 1x1 box section that we're using. Now, as you saw in the video from last week, what we were doing, we were just hitting this and bending it with a hammer, as in you do in the old days, and that worked perfectly. But it wasn't a massive curve. Now, to do that on here, so obviously we're going to have to come down here and then round. Yeah, we could do it with the hammer, but it's going to take absolutely ages. A few people have suggested using a sandbag and doing it that way. Brilliant idea. However, we think we've come up with a solution. So this is the problem that we had, and we think, fingers crossed, what we're going to do is we're going to use the lift. So as you can see, I've raised it up, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to move Alex out of the way. Keep going, keep going, keep going. A little bit more, there we go. Put that in the lift there, and then if I bend it, just move it tiny bit at a time. As you can see, there's a bend on it. That's not bad, that, is it?
That's not bad, that. That's
See?
almost professional.
That does look, it's better than hammering away, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
So that's what we're going to do, and that's how we're going to form our curves like that. Look at that.
That's not bad,
That's not bad already for the first attempt. Would you look at that? Almost professional. The doors come in two pieces, again like the boot and the bonnet. Sit on there. Because it's glass fibre, obviously it shifts as it dries out. So we've got a good fit at the top there. However, it's a bit wobbly at the bottom. So we're going to put a cut line there either side to bring it down, and then glass fibre it back up in situ. Hold it like that. Once we've done that, we've just been speaking, we're going to either put 10mm bar around it, or I think I've got some inch piece behind you actually. This isn't inch, but we've got some flat bar. 3mm I think that is. So we'll probably put that round to reinforce it. lock is in place, as we can see, or the handle. Is it the lock, handle? Whatever you want to call it.
It's a bit of both.
Bit of both. Really fancy. So there you go, that works. I'll come up on top. So as you can see, there we go. And then you've got a little tiny lock to lock it in a position. And that operates that. So simple. So that just locks into position there, and as you can see, you can't open the handle because it, look, plate moves. Very simple little idea. So that's that in place. Now we put a strengthening plate around it, and what, like I say, what we're going to do is put steel bar all the way around. So this is the episode I've been wanting. This is, I think I'm really,
This is a Gullwing.
this is a Gullwing. Yeah, this is a proper Gullwing. That is what I've always wanted. Just where you at then, buddy?
Just putting my first layer of glass on. After we put the, is it chop strand, is it called?
Yeah, the chop strand on. So I put the chop strand all the way around the edges here. That's all gone off, and that's just easy to work with, isn't it? Going around tight bends and radiuses like that. And then, like I say, you just laid the mat over the top there, haven't you now?
Yeah.
And then what I've done is I've cut the living daylights out the boot. So on, if you can see it, that's the original glass that I've just laid up. That's on the inner skin. So I've just cut the outer skin, just trim that off. So this is the skin that I've just done on the inside. What I'm going to do now is layer it up on the top and also the bottom as well. So that's the bottom there. That's the skin, the inner skin that we've just put on extended. You can probably just see there where it was originally. We just extended it a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto here and then overlap it onto there, and then we can sand this out then. So that's how I've sanded the ground on this back anyway, so there is a step there, so that should do that then. Glass fibring is not for me. What about you, Alex?
I'm either way.
Either way, yeah.
Sometimes it goes good, sometimes it goes bad.
Sometimes you mix the right stuff and it goes off straight away. Sometimes it takes ages.
I don't think weather's helped today, has it?
No, it hasn't set easy today, to be honest. But we managed to do the side vents. They're the side vents. They're going to get obviously mounted from the back. They'll get painted. They're sitting there with 3 vents in it, so that's that done. On the weekend, I came in and I finished the moulds off. So sanding them out, cleaned them, painted them, and then I put in the vents. Now the vents, can I take one out? There we go. So I don't know if you want to get a close up of that. So just cut the slots in, and what these are, helicopter blades. So these are remote control. Where are they? Oh, I don't know where they are. These are remote control helicopter blades that I purchased off eBay. Other sites are available. Oh, they are. They're behind you. Stay there. I'll grab them. So there you go. So that is a helicopter blade from remote control helicopter, and all we've done just cut them down, and they're perfect because they are shaped as a blade, and that's what the Gullwings have in them. So that will get moulded at the back there, so moulded from the back side onto it, and then that will be all colour coded up. So what we've just done then in that video, as you can see, we haven't, that's our Allen key that we said we were obviously going to use for the gaps, 4mm. It's not, obviously, we haven't gapped it up perfectly. All we've done at the moment is just make sure that we've just got a little shadow line all the way around. So you come to this side as well, Alex, just so that the drawers fit in. The reason that we've done that now is what we're going to do is we're going to take the door off because we're happy with the outside of the skin. So if we take the door off, just take it over to the bench. Oops. And what we want now, we've started cutting away. As you can see, there's big gaps here. So what we want to do is cut away this part of the glass fibre, rough it up and take the gel coat off, otherwise the new fiberglass won't stick to it. And what we're doing is we're aiming for an edge like that. This is one that we did.
One we did earlier.
We did earlier. So we've just ground that off, and as you can see, it's a nice tight edge now, on the top as well. So it's nice tight edge, so that's what we're aiming for. So rather than having, I think it's better described on this side, isn't it? You can see it here, I've got a huge gap here. Obviously we don't want to pinch it together, well you can't pinch it together. So what we'll do, like I say, we'll just cut this edge off here, all the way up here, grind back the gel coat, and then we'll re-glass fibre this and we'll overlap it slightly. But now we know that this is our finished edge and we've still got a tiny bit to play with, so we'll bring it to that and do it that way. I'm just going to let this cure now. As you can see, like I say, that's the glass fibre that we've just put on and bonded it to the original strengthening frame for the door. Yeah. And then you've just gone around it and built it up. So that's it. You can see that's the outside panel and the one that I did the other day. And then we'll trim it. So if we look here, so once it's dry, you can probably just see the line of the door. We'll go around that with a marker pen and then we'll trim it when it's dry. So sometimes you're best taking it out and trying a dozen times rather than smashing the screen once. You didn't get the ball spot then, did you?
Which one?
Oh! This corner's gonna ready.